What's going on, everybody? Kennybomb is in the building, and it is officially 2025, which means Mortal Kombat 2 will be released this year. But what can we expect from this movie? And will they be able to deliver with the sequel? It already got a pretty big cosign, so we gotta talk about it. But first, don't forget to drop a like on this video and smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
Alright, let's talk about a few things we know about the Mortal Kombat 2 movie so far, starting with the release date. Now, as we know, in media, sometimes these dates can jump around, but as of right now, if Google serves us correct, then the Mortal Kombat 2 movie is expected to be released on October 24th of 2025. Now, I think this is the perfect date because it's very close to Halloween. And even though Mortal Kombat isn't necessarily a horror franchise, Event Hubs has confirmed that Mortal Kombat 2 has already locked in the R rating, as you would expect, but we're expected to get a lot more blood and gore in the second movie than we got in the first. And that's saying quite a bit because we actually got some really good fatalities in the first one. You think back to Kano getting the heart rip on Reptile. You think back to Kung Lao. He rode Natara like she was a surfboard directly into his razor hat. Now, sorry for the Natara fans, but even though she had a good look in Mortal Kombat 1, it looks like she will not be back in the second movie. Neither will Reiko, because in another great fatality spot, Jax thunderclapped his head off. We won't talk about what happened to Goro. Instead, let's head to Event Hubs and take a look at some of the things we can expect to see from Mortal Kombat 2 when it is released. Spoiler free, of course. We don't do spoilers over here. So though fans clearly appreciated the 2021 film enough to spawn a sequel, they were not without their gripes. Now, I know a lot of people had problems with the Mortal Kombat movie from 2021 because it didn't follow the Mortal Kombat we know and we love to a T. And in a perfect world, everything would tie right in together. But if you look at what we get from the Mortal Kombat games these days, there's a multiverse. So you have to look at these movies like they're just from another universe. It's not going to be the same as what we get from the Mortal Kombat games. I mean, when they revealed Mileena as a black woman, you should have known what to expect at that point. So if you went into that movie expecting to get what you get from the games, shame on you. One of these was the fact that, though violent enough for an R rating, one could argue it did not do the source material justice in the way of gross out gore. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Think back to the Kung Lao fatality. I mean, what more do you want from a fatality? I think they may be alluding to the fact that there could have been more gore in the movie, and that's fine, but you don't want gore wall to wall, because if you do that, you end up with something like the Terrifier movies. Now, I love horror movies, but the Terrifier movies, they're disgusting. So I'm done with them. I'm not watching another one. Let's see if that's what they tell us. Yes, some heads got smashed and some souls got sucked. But we've come to expect visuals that force us to laugh because otherwise we'd cry or throw up. And the first film certainly didn't go that hard. I mean, I guess sure, but we got Mortal Kombat fatalities. Kano's heart rip. I mean, even Sonya's fatality was pretty good. She found her Arcana and blew straight through Mileena's back, and Mileena had a pretty disturbing look on her face when she died. So it wasn't the bloodiest, but it was still a pretty good fatality. The 2021 prequel received its rating for strong bloody violence and language throughout, and some crude references that were probably all made by Kano, but they point out the fact that Mortal Kombat from 2021 did not have gore in the rating, where Mortal Kombat 2 will be rated R for strong bloody violence, gore, and language throughout. So it sounds like we'll be getting a lot more fatalities or a lot more crazy fatalities, and that's something that fits perfect with the holiday season, so I hope they land that October date. But let's go ahead and see what else we have here. Now, I don't know if this is confirmed, but it says Les Cole. Let's see what this has to say. The presence of Cole Young, an entirely new character set in the protagonist role, has been controversial, given there has been so many beloved franchise figures fighting for screen time. I agree with this 100%. Now, I understand it's a different universe. We got different characters like Cole Young in here, but Liu Kang took a pretty crazy backseat in that last movie. Listen, I'm not the biggest Liu Kang guy in the business. In fact, I think Kung Lao was a lot better than him in the last movie. But if you got Liu Kang involved in a Mortal Kombat story, he has to be one of the main characters. You can't make him a side character, but unfortunately, I think they're going to do the same thing again. It looks like we're going all Johnny Cage edition this time, but we'll talk about that in the next video where we look at the cast. But let's go ahead and finish up here with Cole Young. The character is now established, and we're sure he'll continue to play a prominent role. But, fingers are crossed, it's done in a way that doesn't make us feel like beloved mainstays had to sacrifice too much spotlight to do so. Now, in the first movie, they built some type of connection with Cole Young. I saw some people hoping that he made it into Mortal Kombat 1. Let's be thankful that didn't happen. But in Mortal Kombat 2, there is value in Cole Young's character now that that connection has been built. Because now we have a character to kill. I'm just saying, I don't know if you guys have seen the cast for Mortal Kombat 2 yet, but Shao Kahn is back. And the actor who's playing Shao Kahn looks exactly like Shao Kahn. And this is a character who hasn't been intimidating in any Mortal Kombat universe for a very long time. And I think Mortal Kombat 2 is the perfect place to bring him back to prominence. And I want to see pure and utter dominance. Now, whether you hate him or love him, if you saw the first movie, then you got some type of connection with Cole Young. I mean, we saw him start from the bottom. He worked hard to unlock his arcana. He saved his family, somehow killed Goro, and lived to fight another day. So yes, Cole Young should definitely return in the second movie. And I think they should keep building him up as a great guy and a strong character in the Mortal Kombat universe. Until the middle of the movie, when Shao Kahn pops up and knocks his head clean off with his hammer. This would pull people's heartstrings, shake the foundation of this universe, and you would kill off a main character without killing off a main character, because all of our Mortal Kombat characters would still be alive in this universe, and you can still get that moment. Speaking of such, why did we kill Kung Lao in the first movie? He was like the best character in there, now he's gone. Or is he? Because I saw some people saying Kung Lao's actor was still in this movie. Hopefully they're not doing that Revenant stuff, but I guess we'll see. It would kind of make sense if Kano came back, because Sonya just stuck the gnome in his eye, and we know the metal has to go there, so he probably wasn't dead in the first place. But anyway, when does the trailer drop? So this is a post from Future Boy Who on X, who follows this movie really close. If y'all don't want to miss any updates on it, make sure y'all follow him, because he drops them like that. So he posts Mortal Kombat 2 next month will have teasers and reveals, and will the teaser trailer drop in January? Now this actually got a response from Todd Garner, who is the producer of Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. He says, no, there will be absolutely no teasers or reveals in January. So thanks to Future Boy Who, we have official confirmation from Todd Garner that we will not be getting a trailer for Mortal Kombat 2 in January. But this actually continues, because a few days later, Future Boy Who says, to be fair, I thought the proper trailer would arrive in the summertime with a teaser in April, and that sounds about right to me. So fully understand, thanks for that, Todd Garner, and you probably have some other stuff to work on, or is Mortal Kombat the only thing at this moment? And then we get another big confirmation from Todd Garner. Mortal Kombat is locked and done. Now we wait. Now, I believe they did some reshoots, or they reworked some stuff in the movie last year, but I mean, he just confirmed everything is complete, so that October date might actually stick. We'll have to wait and see. And the last thing I want to touch on here today might be the most important, because this is not something we saw with the first movie. Todd Garner reached out to Ed Boon. Hey, Ed Boon, seen any good movies lately? And Ed Boon responded, actually, might know two people who've recently seen a good movie with me. So it's a little Ed Boon troll, but they are definitely talking about the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, which Ed Boon just gave his seal of approval. So do y'all think this movie is going to be good? Are y'all excited for it? And did y'all like the first movie? Personally, I loved it. But I loved Annihilation too, so maybe my opinion shouldn't count. Let me know what y'all think. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.